on First Alert Weather Extra. It was a winter wonderland across central Alabama today. We're on your side with just how much snow fell and what we can expect as we head into the chilly weekend.
Live on your side, First Alert Weather Extra starts right now.
But first, check out your photos. These are pictures that you all have been sharing. There's Olaf.
I didn't know we had a celebrity in the mix.
Celebrity and a cutie pie. These are all the photos you submitted on our platforms today, whether that was your first snow day, or one of many or few. You can continue sitting in those photos on the First Alert Weather app because we love seeing and laughing at them all.
You know, Tania, we have some really creative people in central Alabama.
You remember the one with the abs, right?
Yeah. Oh, I do.
There was a snowman with abs.
Yeah, you know, there were some we could not show on TV because some of y'all got a little too creative. Went just down a complete dark alley for that one. But,
let's save that for another day, maybe on
will.
social media.
Yeah, Weather Extra after hours. Yeah, not tonight. Instead, Tania, we are shifting our focus to that possibility of roads refreezing overnight.
Oh yeah, that's why we still have a First Alert Weather Day in effect through the rest of this evening and into your Saturday morning. This is the next big thing. Take a look for icy road potential. We could see it early into Saturday morning as temperatures drop below freezing overnight tonight. So please be careful out and about. But it's been so lovely seeing all of your photos, seeing the community come together, seeing family and friends enjoying the snow and having fun. What a great way to start off the new year, right? Bringing in 2025. Yes, with a bang, but this one not too bad. We just want to make sure that you guys stay safe as we continue to track our next big thing for possible freezing surfaces early tomorrow morning. So let's walk you through not just the fact that we'll see a few lingering flurries, wintry mix, and a little bit of precipitation throughout the night tonight, but the next big thing is our next chance for rain. So when can you expect it? Well, maybe into early Monday morning. We're tracking a few showers heading into our area. So keep that in mind as you're making any travel plans. This shows us Monday 7 a.m. Notice greatest rain totals and rainfall really south of I-20. Not a whole lot of moisture expected, but as of right now, we'll hold about a 30% chance. And then look at this. We could possibly see more rain, maybe a few thunderstorms into next weekend. This is January the 18th, slightly taking you beyond the 7-day there. But could we see any more snow later into this month? Well, I've been looking closely and some models were indicating some mixed precipitation and possibly some winter flurries as we approach the latter half of the month. This model, the time frame may not show it. Let's see if it shows it here. Nope. Okay, that's okay though, but we'll talk more about that in just a bit. But there is a possibility we could see some flurries later into the month, still several days out. That's beyond 10 days and beyond 15 days out from now. But right now, this is a look at our First Alert AccuTrack satellite and radar, seeing major improvements as far as what's coming down from the sky. A lot drier out there, but those surfaces still very snowy, slushy. Temperatures above freezing for most spots, if not at freezing. 32 in Cullman, 35 down in Alabaster, 35 in Tuscaloosa. But what's next? Well, we have freezing road temperatures overnight. Winds can still occasionally gust up close, if not slightly above 20 miles per hour. We could see those icy roads into your Saturday morning, but expecting road improvements as roads heat above freezing and temperatures get above freezing right around and after 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. So that's really the next big thing that we're tracking. Lauren Linehan will have a look at those road temperatures and the improvements that you can expect over the next several hours in just a bit. But as it starts to get colder again tonight, we're bringing you the first alert for the chance for icy roads tonight. Your reporter James Giles in the Storm Tracker. James, how you holding up out there? We want to know what those current road conditions are looking like from your perspective.
Guys, it has certainly been an eventful night here in central Alabama. We've been all over the place, essentially, all over the Birmingham Metro. We started earlier on 280, then we went down 459 South, and now we are on 8th Avenue North and 40th Street North. I want to show you something. Just before our 6 o'clock show, we came across this tree, this downed tree that's, kind of fell across the power lines. I don't know if you can see it from here, but it was a pretty big tree, and actually, as we were pulling up, tow trucks were taking away what looked like a white Toyota that apparently had run into this tree after it fell. We're not sure about the condition of the driver. They were not here when we arrived. It's just police officers kind of facilitating that vehicle being towed. But, this is just one of many scenes we've kind of seen tonight. We've seen several cars who presumably don't have all-wheel drive just on the side of the roads, on the highways. We've seen some pretty dangerous driving habits from just all types of vehicles. We've seen a lot of 18-wheelers who, are in a hurry and not necessarily ran us off the road, but, we want to make sure we were getting out of their way. If you don't have to be out in this, you can't overemphasize it enough. You want to get somewhere and sit down. But if you absolutely must get out, you want to make sure you have those essentials like the emergency bag with your phone chargers, your jumper cables, hand warmers, tire inflators. You want to make sure those bags are customizable for you and your situation if you absolutely have to be out. But as you can kind of see here, again, on the sides, we're seeing a lot of this slushy snow type mix, and just, not too long ago, it just stopped raining, which was making it even more difficult to kind of travel along these roadways. Again, folks, this is pretty serious. So you want to, if you don't have to be out, don't be out, because as we get further on into the nighttime, we have the potential for some of this stuff to freeze over and black ice to form, and which is going to make it very difficult to see on those roadways. Again, if you do have to get out, get those emergency bags, the jumper cables, your phone chargers, the whole nine. But of course, we'll send it back to you. We'll be here all night, starting back at the news at 9. But in the meantime, your reporter in Birmingham, James Giles, WBRC 6 News, on your side.
Thanks, James. Be safe out there, and all of you be safe. I wanted to show you these wind gusts really quickly because the reason why those trees are down there is not just from the precipitation that fell. It's been those strong winds that have been gusting up throughout our day. Have you noticed? It's been pretty breezy out there, but as of right now, we're getting a break. That doesn't mean that winds can't be picking up later on tonight. Still occasional wind gusts close to 20 miles per hour, but right now that's not the case. Winds are taking a break, and those road temperatures are still mainly above freezing. But notice we're still getting close to those trouble spots on those roadways. We're seeing some temperatures on those roadways like in Clay County up towards Anniston, Calhoun County, slightly below freezing. Starting to see those lower 30s, 30-degree road temperatures possible in Cullman County right now. So that means that there's still a possible chance for refreezing on those surfaces from any of that lingering and leftover moisture. So please be careful out and about. But WBRC is on your side as always, but we're also in Northwest Alabama. That's where people living in Hamilton dealt with sleet and snow today, like many of us. They were also asked to avoid traveling unless it was an emergency. Your West Alabama reporter Kelvin Reynolds is live with what's next for folks who were told to stay off those roads.
Good evening from Hamilton, Tania. I'm Kelvin Reynolds reporting live here, and I can definitely say that the weather has taken a turn for the better, especially since a travel advisory is no longer in effect for Hamilton. City leaders as well as first responders decided to lift that advisory just after 2 o'clock this afternoon. Now, they put it into effect just after 6 o'clock this morning. That's because there was a lot of sleet and snow that came. Now, they are advising drivers to still take things carefully on the roadways because there's still some places where snow and ice are on roads as well as bridges. Now, we were here on Good Day, Alabama earlier this morning when a lot of that snow and sleet started coming down, but thankfully it did not cause any accidents in Hamilton. Now, we caught up with the city's fire department that tells us they never responded to any accidents, but they spent a lot of time helping other essential workers.
So essential workers, those folks that need to cook meals or nurse at the hospitals and nursing homes and didn't have a way to get there. So we helped our police department and the fire department transported essential people this morning to work. We'll be going back this evening and get them back to their vehicles, and who knows what's going to happen with this black ice overnight.
Aaliyah does have a state trooper post here in Hamilton, and it serves a 5-county area that includes Marion County, where Hamilton is. A spokesperson for the trooper post said they did receive around a dozen or more calls for assistance and only responded to 2 accidents, but none of those accidents were in Hamilton. Your West Alabama reporter live in Hamilton, Kelvin Reynolds, WBRC 6 News on your side.
Thanks, Kelvin. Now that the system is moving out of our area, the chance for dangerous driving conditions really will begin overnight. It's best to keep these tips in mind. Continue to check on neighbors and family. Make sure that any heat sources you're using are properly ventilated to keep you safe in your home while you're trying to stay warm. If you're using a generator, be sure to keep it at least 20 feet from your home and take it easy when shoveling your front yard or home. If you're like me, just just wait until tomorrow or when it gets warmer to do it. Well, headed over to East Alabama now, where we're continuing our weather coverage and what you can expect over the next few hours. Your reporter Reggie Kyle joins us live with the latest on the conditions in Randolph County and St. Clair County as well. Reggie?
That's right, Lauren. After waiting for the snow to arrive, Randolph County EMA Director Donnie Knight tells me nothing really changed from their initial plan. He said they waited for the snow to arrive, then they executed that plan. He says they got up this morning, rode around the county, checked for road damage. He says they also went out, checked on neighbors. Donnie says major roads were not in horrible shape and they could be used if necessary. Now, when we move over to St. Clair County, I spoke with EMA Director Patrice Kuziewski. Now, she says their issue is with the Brompton exit eastbound on Interstate 20. Now, she says accidents were reported, 25 tractor trailers at the Brompton exit and the Cook Springs exit heading westbound on Interstate 20 that continue to cause some issues currently as we speak.
The roads here in Randolph County are pretty impassable as per the county engineer. Most of the roads north of the northern half of Randolph County are real messy.
The state roads were treated by the Alabama DOT, and the county roads were treated the most, ones that are treacherous the most, they were treated by our county DOT.
Now, both directors tell me so far no injuries have been reported in their counties. We'll continue to update with the latest forecast on the WBRC First Alert Weather. Your reporter in East Alabama, I'm Reggie Kyle for WBRC 6 News on your side.
And a reminder ahead of tonight's freezing temperatures, now is a good time to download the WBRC First Alert Weather app. You can get real-time updates on your phone, and it's free in your phone's app store. You can just scan that QR code that was on your screen. Well, in 30 seconds, we continue to share your picturesque snow day photos and talk about what to expect next across Central Alabama. We'll be right back.
Hello, mic check 1.
Welcome back in. We are taking a look at current temperatures across Central Alabama. It's still really cold out there, and many spots, though, slightly above freezing or right at it. 32 in Cullman County, looking mainly dry at the current moment. Maybe a few light wintry mix or cold rain. That's really all we're seeing at this moment. But when can you expect major improvements? Well, we're bringing you the weather extra on this. Saturday morning after 10 a.m., we're going to start to see those temperatures get above freezing, with road temperatures improving as well. And those winds will begin to settle as we approach your late Saturday morning. So if you need to make those errands and you need to run out to the store, wait until tomorrow afternoon. You'll also have some time when we see more sunshine heading into your Sunday before you start the work week and your kids go back to school next week. But our team coverage is continuing on this First Alert Weather Day, and we're going to head now to Calhoun County. Your reporter Jillian Brooks has the latest on what she's seeing and experiencing. Jillian, are you staying warm at the least?
You know, Tania, it's not as cold as I expected it to be. So that is a plus in this whole situation. But obviously the roads here, there's not much snow on them, but as you can probably see, they're glistening because they're wet. So when that temperature dips, like you guys keep talking about, these roads are going to refreeze. Now, all throughout the day, we've seen a different mix of precipitation. I woke up around 3 this morning before Good Day, Alabama, and it was just kind of sleet, and I was like, where's the snow? But quickly, I was proved wrong. That snow started falling around 4 or 5, and then from there, it has turned into rain. And right now, there is a nice, soft rain falling, but again, that's going to become problematic as those temperatures begin to dip. So with this weather, a lot of businesses in this area are closed today, but there is one business that we can always make sure, we always know will be open, and that's Waffle House. Now, we spoke to some employees earlier today who said when road conditions were really bad earlier, the restaurant offered a limited menu, but later in the afternoon, they switched back to its full menu.
You know, Waffle House will always be here, always be open. We're always going to have some way to cook to make sure that people eat, especially the EMS workers who are out on the roads, the tree line people, the linemen, whatever. The people who need to be out, they know they can eat.
Now, I think after we're done here, we're going to also go to that Waffle House to get our first hot meal of the day. But again, these temperatures are going to dip. So these roads here, this is Highway 78. We're right near Interstate or I-20, and they're going to slick over. So if you don't have to be out, maybe you have to work tomorrow, maybe you're a first responder or a nurse or something in the healthcare profession, that's a different story. But if you do not have to leave tomorrow, do not leave your house. We'll be your eyes and ears out here. But for now, reporting live in East Alabama, I'm Jillian Brooks for WBRC 6 News, on your side.
Jillian, always keeping us scattered, smothered, and covered. Thanks for that, girl. Well, it is time for another round of those viewer photos. Look at these beautiful animals, the wildlife, and your pets. You know, it's not just humans who can get in on this. Oh, look, man, you are jumping pretty high right there, buddy. We love continuing to see your, oh. That's going to be us when we leave tonight or tomorrow morning. We'll see how that goes. But if you have any of your own photos, we would love to see them. You can share them on social media. But if you download that WBRC First Alert Weather app, if you scroll down, you'll see the spot to submit your photos. It's really easy. I'm just so glad everyone could enjoy this snow today. Well, our team coverage taking us now up to Cullman County. Your reporter Taylor Pollock has the latest up I-65. Taylor, how you holding up there?
I'm a little chilly, Lauren, but other than that, great. Not a lot of snow on the roads right now, but kind of what you have been seeing from all of our other reporters who are across our viewing area. Lots of snow on the sides of the roads, but the roads themselves very slick. Aldott and Cruz and others have been hard at work on the roads here in Cullman County, making them as safe as possible given the current conditions. The Alabama Law Enforcement Agency telling us that all state and federal roadways in Cullman County have been treated and their conditions have improved. However, right now, they say all county roads remain impassable. There's, again, a lot of slush on the road or the side of the roadways right now, making many of them, especially bridges and overpasses, extremely dangerous to travel on or under, according to the National Weather Service. And that could worsen in a couple of hours when the temperatures drop and all of this moisture on the ground freezes. We were live earlier this morning bringing you stories of people being rescued from some of these impassable roads and speaking with people who came out to help them, including one tow truck driver.
On snow like it's Cullman, we don't see a whole lot of snow. So when we do, you know, everybody wants to come out and see it, and they get wild and start sliding everywhere. So here we are. So we'll be 12 hours worth out here probably. But if they need us, they can call us.
And we as well will continue to monitor the conditions and report back with any new updates tonight throughout tomorrow morning during Good Day. For now, your breaking news reporter in Cullman County, Taylor Pollock, WBRC 6 News, on your side.
Thanks, Taylor, but still ahead. We're not going anywhere because we have more to tell you about the rest of your weekend right after the break.
Tania, all right. All right then.
Welcome back to First Alert Weather Extra. I'm meteorologist Lauren Linehan. Hoover police officers have spent the day using what they learned from Snowmageddon back in 2014 to help you stay safe today. They learned those lessons just a little over a decade ago to help prepare for this winter mix. Our Shelby County reporter Anjanae Robinson joins us now live from Hoover with what changes they have made since that fateful event. Anjanae?
Well, Lauren, Hoover police officers, they tell me the biggest lesson they learned was being prepared for the worst, but hoping for the best. Now, officers say watching weather forecasts, having meetings prior to this event with city officials, first responders, and their shop mechanics really helped them this time around. Now, their vehicles were ready to handle this kind of weather. They increased staffing and made sure their officers are ready to respond to any and all emergencies. Now, Chief Nick Durzis even telling us this morning some officers were ready to sleep at work just in case.
The public expects us and they rely on us to keep them safe, and part of that is making sure that we're able to respond to emergencies no matter what Mother Nature deals us. And so it is very important for a police department to have the equipment and training and personnel necessary to handle what might be coming down from the weather.
Now, Hoover police officers tell me that things have been pretty calm here in the city. They haven't had to respond to a lot of emergencies, which is always great to hear. We know that that means that people are staying at home and staying off the roads. Your reporter in Shelby County, Anjanae Robinson, WBRC 6 News, on your side.
Thanks, Ajane. And as we continue to update this winter weather, first responders say you don't want to be out driving through Pickens County tonight. The roads have been treacherous throughout the county, and they could get worse with temperatures dropping overnight. Your West Alabama reporter, Brian Henry, joins us for this story. Brian, what's the latest?
Well, Tania, the roads were very messy, slushy, and certain parts of it covered with ice. And around 5 o'clock today, one motorist found that out the hard way. This is State Highway 86 leading to Carrollton in Pickens County. The white van slid off the road down the embankment, but thank goodness he was not hurt. Pickens County has more than 900 miles worth of roads, all of them very dangerous tonight.
We still have a lot of slush on the roads, making it still dangerous if you drive too fast. We're just asking everybody to be careful. What we're worried about is the slush still being on the road tonight and freezing back before in the morning.
But when we have no power outages, so far no limbs, what we're worried about is the night with the weather, the temperature dropping down around 19, stuff refreezing and freezing back over and having power outages.
This is video Pickens County engineer Clint Terry took this morning around 4 o'clock at part of 82 in Pickens County, getting a thick layer of snow. Very pretty, as you can see there, but also treacherous. Your reporter in West Alabama, Brian Henry, WBRC 6 News, on your side.
And we'll be right back with more First Alert Weather Extra. Stay with us. We're coming back after the break.
Welcome back to First Alert Weather Extra. Meteorologist Lauren Linehan here with one more look at First Alert AccuTrack before we send you into hopefully a very cozy and safe evening. We are still seeing some light returns here on radar. You'll notice right along I-20, potentially a little light rain falling right along I-20 from Tuscaloosa to Birmingham, and then possibly still a little bit of drizzle in spots in East Alabama. Temperatures for most of us are still hovering right above freezing. We are down to 32 now in Jasper, so once we see these areas begin to drop to freezing, road temperatures will soon follow suit. We are also tracking the potential, if not some light rain, maybe a little mix or some flurries coming down in northwest Alabama. So if you live in Lamar County, Marion County, tune in on social media, check in with us, let us know what you're seeing, because we have the radar, but we need you to be our eyes on the ground. So we don't expect much an additional accumulation tonight, but there could be at least some pretty flurries. And starting off tomorrow morning with temperatures at freezing, that's why we continue the First Alert Weather Day into tomorrow morning for the potential for roads to refreeze. So very cold tomorrow, warming up a bit Sunday afternoon, but Sunday morning we've got a first alert for a hard freeze. So got to make those cold weather preps before you go to bed tomorrow night. As we look at that 7-day forecast here, as I mentioned, we continue the First Alert Weather Day for that threat of ice developing. There is still some lingering moisture on the roads, so we want to watch, Tania, for that possibility of the water that is left behind that hasn't been able to evaporate for it to refreeze and cause some travel issues.
Absolutely. It's going to get cold tonight, guys. We're going to still see temperatures upper 20s, low 30s, and that's all it takes. So we have a window period into early Saturday where that possibility still stands. So please be careful. Of course, we're going to have updates tonight. Lauren, are you staying with me?
You know, Tia, gosh, I think I need to go, actually. But I think you're going to do a great job. I have faith in you.
Get her, guys. We'll be back tonight, first at 9, with more forecast updates. Stay safe. We'll see you later.